ancestors were Catholic from Cavan, their journey wasn't easy. For centuries, Catholic families faced land confiscations, religious discrimination, and economic hardship. But through it all, they held on to their faith, their traditions, and their deep connection to the land. And today, their stories live on in the records they left behind. Before English rule, Cavan was part of the Gaelic kingdom of Breffni, dominated by powerful clans like the O'Reillys and the O'Rourkes. Under Breton law, land wasn't owned by individuals, but shared in your clan. This system kept families connected there for generations, but it all changed when English and Scottish settlers arrived from the 1600s. The Plantation of Ulster in 1609 saw Catholic land seized and given to the Protestant settlers. Some Gaelic families managed to stay, but they had to rent their own land from new landlords, a struggle that lasted for centuries. These are some of the challenges that Catholic families faced. Limited land rights. Catholics could not own their land outright. Penal laws. Restrictions on Catholic education, voting, and property ownership. Hidden faith. Priests had to operate in secret, and Mass was often held in the countryside at Mass frogs. Despite these challenges, Catholic families kept their history alive through oral tradition, parish records, and land documents, all of which can help you trace your ancestors today. The best way to trace Catholic families is through church and land records. Here's where to start. Parish registers for baptisms, marriages, and burials found in the Diocese of Kilmore and the National Library of Ireland. Estate records and rent rolls. Since Catholics were often tenants, landlord records can provide clues. Griffith's Valuation, 1847 to 1864, lists tenant farmers and landholders, helping to pinpoint where families lived. If you can't find a civil birth record before 1864, don't worry. Check parish registers instead. Many churches recorded births, marriages, and deaths long before civil registration began. The biggest turning point for Catholic families in Cavan was the Great Famine from 1845 to 1852. When the potato crop failed, thousands of families faced starvation, eviction, and forced emigration. Where did they go? The United States, Canada, and Australia. In the United States, they went to New York, Boston, and Philadelphia as major destinations. In Canada, many arrived in Quebec, but faced quarantine at Grosse Isle. In Australia, some young women were sent through assisted immigration programs. If your ancestors disappeared from the Irish records in the 1840s or 50s, they likely immigrated. Check passenger lists, workhouse records, and estate immigration schemes for clues. Wherever Cavan's Catholic immigrants went, they built communities that kept Irish traditions alive. They founded Irish Catholic schools and churches to pass on their faith and culture, Hibernian societies to support fellow Irish immigrants, St. Patrick's Day celebrations as a way to show their pride in their heritage. If your ancestors were Catholic and from Cavan, their story is one of resilience and survival. By looking at parish registers and land records and immigration lists, you can piece together their journey and honor their legacy. Ready to trace your Catholic roots? Start by searching parish records online at the National Library of Ireland or visiting local archives. And if you find something, share it in the Cavan Cousins group. You never know who else might be connected to your family's past. Join the Cavan Cousins community today.